Hello everybody, it's Suffolkblue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to our Attack of the B Team Minecraft Let's Play series. What's going on today? Well, if you remember last time we did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, gave it a little money. Digimaster did his, very well done, brilliant, superb build. If you haven't seen it, go and also go and have a look at his latest video out as well, because he's just hit 50 subscribers. The lofty heights that I can only dream of. But he's hit 50, so congratulations, Digi. He does a fantastic video. Go and have a look at it. It's great. What else is going on? Well, today we need to make a start on agriculture. We need to make a start on some farms, and this is where our crops and everything are going to be grown over here, because I want the well, that's better, because if you take off you don't hear the rain. That's awesome. Over here we're going to have our pastures and our our cattle and sheep and stuff will be over that side, but over here we want to put in our crop farms really, and our orchards and our all that fantastic stuff. What is this? Oh, that was a present. It is a present, but it's with a chicken. One of the things I want to do, though, is I'm going to need to remodel this a little bit, because this river, although how brilliant and natural it looks lovely, does cut off a little bit of this land that I would like to use. My farm is going to be a mishmash, a hybrid, a sort of mutated, slammed together of styles. I'm going to have a piston-driven farm for corn. I'm going to use planters, I'm going to use pipes, I'm going to use hoppers, I'm going to use redstoning, but it's essentially an old-styled automatic wheat farm, old style, but with an up-to-date twist with some modern bits of machinery chucked in as well. So it's going to go in here, and it's a big machine. Okay, it's a big thing. It's 7x7x7x7, so it's going to be 7 square in the middle, with 4 automatic farms coming off by 3 tiers. It's just huge. I mean, I think the easiest thing for me to do is going to be to start building it, and then hopefully over time you're going to see. But I'm going to need more space, which is why I want to come out sort of more out to this area. And what I thought I would do is I'm going to need to cut this river to flow into the lake this way, and then fill in all of this with dirt. Now obviously you're not going to want to watch me sit here and do that landscaping, but I'm going to get on and do it anyway. So I'm going to do that now, and then for you it'll be instantaneous, but for me it's going to take a little while, so I shall be right back. And welcome back. So we have done a bit of work. I have flowed the river round. I could have just stopped it, but I thought I want to make it flow into this one. So we cut through here and have flowed this out. But as you can see, we've now got a lot more space to work with. This bulge is going to be left at the moment, but it will turn into something else, and this whole area will be turned into at a later date. So that's a later plan, but at least that's done. That's given us lots of space, and then we've been able to try and find roughly where the centre of this area is, in order that I could put in the main agricultural building, which is this one here, which will be this one here anyway, which is going to be the central hub of our 4-spoke automatic piston farms. Wow, that's a lot to say. We're going to just quickly put some foundations down, then we'll probably call this a day, because I've been playing a long time just to get this done. But let's make a start. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out these edge parts here, because I'm going to go back to a slightly more traditional. Obviously over the other side we've been using stone and cobble. Well, here again you see we've got stone and brick, but this is agriculture, so we don't need to be too fussy with this. It doesn't need to look like an industrial building, but it does need to look sturdy. So we're just going to pop in start of our pillars, and these are actually going to go quite high. It's got a high building, and I'll show. And as this building sort of goes along, you'll see why. Just a quick shout out to Harvey and Hermione, who are 2 very young viewers of my channel, who I've heard from, and apparently I say awesome a lot. Now I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I'm pretty awesome, so I try to say awesome quite a bit. I will. There we go, so you can hear me. I'll try not to say awesome quite so much, but a lot of the things that I do are pretty awesome, so I sort of have to say awesome. But hello to those 2. I understand that you're allowed to watch my videos before you go to bed, which is great. I hope they inspire you to build stuff. Let's go around here. Now this needs to be built up a little bit. Okay, and funnily enough, this is probably going to be one of those buildings I'm not actually going to need to come inside. We're not going to be storing grain in this building. So once we build this and we've got it all working and all the bits and bobs, and there's a lot of stuff to build, so this is not a simple build by any stretch of the imagination, but once this is built, I don't need to go inside here, and I'll show you why when we get to the end, and you'll see what I mean. But basically it will be operated automatically elsewhere. 1, 2, let's go one more up. Awesome. See, done it again. Awesome, straight away. Just said it. Can't help it. It's just in me to say it, you know what I mean? Oops, 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 oops. There we go. So we're just building up. There will be no windows in this building. It's an interesting building, this one. It's all machine. It's all machine. Let me put it that way. Okay. I like that. What we do need, actually, which I forgot to pick up, is some wedges, really. We want to start looking at using some wedges. Let's go and get some. 4 in there. That's no good. Any in here? Must be in here, I suppose. Yeah, look at that. Tons, hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. Right. Let's go back over here. And this needs to be like this. Oh, whoops. That's what happens when you don't fly fast enough. And this is going to be the slipway, so this is where the water is going to come flooding down. So we're going to have this, hopefully, a mossy cobblestone effect, which I can do in a second. Let's just put these in for now. Awesome. Oh, done it again. Amazing. There we go. Shall we try that word? It's going to get just as annoying as awesome. Right, cobblestone. Can we get mossy cobblestone from here? I don't think we can. Ooh, that's annoying. I can get stone brick moss. I think I can get stone brick mossy cobblestone. Let's just go and see. If not, I'll have to go and get some. Which would involve a bit of adventure, I think, unless I can make it. Let's go and have a look. Meh. Meh for mossy. Meh, 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 meh. Mossy stone, mossy stone, mossy stone. No, you can't make any of them, so you can't just get like a load of moss and... I thought you could. Have I got moss somewhere? Have I got any moss around here? Yeah. There's 3 bits of moss there, that's not a lot. But you can't just turn it into a mossy... Oh. Oh, nice green dye. Oh, that's a poo. I would have really liked to have used mossy cobblestone, because obviously this is going to be a really wet type of environment, you know, where water slips down and floods through this area quite regularly, so it would have been really nice to have proper mossy cobblestone. Maybe I'll go and have to go and find some of that. I think I probably will. I'm going to need some of these though. Oh, fiddlesticks. Oh, some more moss here actually. I wonder if you need to make a block of it. Can you make a block of moss? If I put that in the middle, and I go boom, 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 you can. But one bit. One solitary piece of mossy cobblestone. That is the most I'm going to be able to get, is it? That's bad news. Probably going to need to go and find some more moss in order to make more mossy cobblestone. But, okay. That's going to be annoying. Maybe I should go and do that off camera and then come back, and then we'll get some of that mossy put in and begin the next bit. So I'm going to go and get some mossy cobblestone sorted out, and I shall be right back. And welcome back, and as you can see I have gone away and got some mossy cobblestone, and that just gives an effect, as I say, of water having passed over this part of the machine quite a lot. The central column will leave there for a second. That just marks for me where the centre is, and that's important when it comes to the actual making it all work. The next thing I need to do is look at putting the pistons in, because the pistons need to be sort of at this height, really. So in order to do that, if I put in that... Okay, so this here... do I want to do that I could do that actually. Ooh, I like that idea better. We're not going to do cobble for that. We're going to use metal. This is where we start bringing the metal in, because obviously it's water and this looks rusted, which is quite cool. Oops. Oops. Oh dear, that's terrible placement. And that one. Fantastic. So that just creates the base where our... Did I drop any more around here? Yeah. This just creates the base where our water, if you like, is going to flow from. It's where the bottom of our pistons are going to go. I could use a different block for that, really, I suppose. I could have used the darker one, the one that we used for the floor in the dirt house, but we'll go with this for now because it looks okay. Back to cobble, I think. So let's think about this. The first block here is going to be when these are extended, I'm thinking. I've got to think about when the piston's extended, because it takes up 3 blocks really. The block on the end of the piston shaft itself, and the piston base. So that's going to be that's the bottom block, that's the piston shaft, so which means the piston base has got to be at this height. So let's just pop in a cobblestone there so I know the difference. Mine this out. Awesome. I've already made some sticky pistons, so we can just go plop, and then I think we can put in bump. Okay, so that piston will move that block up and down when it needs to. So let's just put in the rest of these runners, because that gives us the base to put the sticky pistons on. Oh, is that right? Am I doing this right? Yeah, I am. Oh, no, I went out one. Whoops. Okay, so that just gives us the runner. So take these out, otherwise I'll confuse myself and I'll end up putting the pistons on the outside of the machine, and that's no good for anybody. Excellent. So let's just get back to our sticky pistons. Okay, and they go... Oh, idiot. Back to sticky pistons. Oops. Oh, come on, silly. Thank you. Oh, I got 2 more. I suppose it's because actually I've only got 6 over there. There's all 7, aren't they? Yep. So that's good. Extra pistons. I don't know why I miscounted there. Must have done. Okay, that's not a problem. Better to have too many than not enough. We'll then put in this bit. So this, if you like, is the sluice. It's the bit that'll open up when we pull the right levers and make all the necessary technical bits and bobs. Here we go. So they're going to be in. The next thing we need to do is get some cabling really on here. And because we want all of these to go up at once, we're going to put the cabling above them. We're also going to be dealing with water, remember, so we're actually going to build a central column in the middle here to host our wires, so that our wires don't get washed away or anything like that. Let's eat that last of this coconut. And I've got some beef actually in the steak in the house which I could go and get if I wanted to. Let's just pop that up there for now. Awesome. I nearly said it again. Awesome. Did you hear that? Caught myself, but I nearly said it again. Let's take that out. Oops, up we go. There you go. How much cobble have we got? Oh, loads. Fantastic. What else is going on? New 12th Man Fan Jam coming out shortly. We had a few technical problems last night, and I had to you have to remember when we record the podcast, it's 3 in the morning for me, and I don't get to bed till about 5 on a Saturday morning, which is okay because being an American football fan, you sort of get used to not getting a lot of sleep if you live in the UK. But we were sort of doing our last pre-season checks, if you like, so we were allowed to. It wasn't the best show I think we've ever had, quality-wise, because of the technical issues with the sound, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good laugh actually. It was a good giggle. So that will be coming out soon, and of course I'll link that in. I know not many of you are American football fans, but if you are, do have a listen. So here we go. Look at this, incredible. That works. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in these. So this is actually where could I do this with? I probably could do this with metal blocks. Not that anyone will ever see that water for a million years, and it would just be purely for decoration. So let's not waste that. But this is where, so the water source blocks are actually going to be on this cobblestone here, and these pistons, when they raise up, that will allow that to flood out down our chute and down our paddy fields, if you like, because that's what it's sort of going to look like. There we go. Let's put that in there just to make that look a bit pretty. Coming together nicely. So we've got that building starting to come together. What we have to do though is run the wire, and I've got a feeling that what we're going to do, let me just see, where do I want this wire to come out? I want it to come this way really, so it's towards the house. So what we're going to do, put it in the middle. If I'm in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, so this is in the middle here. Let's just count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 paddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 paddies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. End of paddies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do it to here. Oh. No, thank you. Don't need you to be extra spacey. I just need you to. Yeah. So if I run, whoa, flat on my face. That wasn't what we were supposed to happen at all. Okay, let's now go and, oh, I can't see. Where the hell am I? Ah. Where's the hole that I just made? I don't think I went back on myself, did I? Or maybe I did. How bizarre. Strange thing to do. Sorry, I lost track of what I was doing then entirely. Oh well. Good. So, we're just pushing this way a little bit, because this is the tunnel which this cable is going to run down, because this alloy wire we're going to use should be fine, and should enable us to... Whoa! Ooh, how exciting. That's not what I expected to see there at all. Let's back over to here and keep digging through until we've reached that hole. And then we've got a cabling. We might have to stone this or do something with this. Make some holes in this so I can see what I'm doing. Scary noise. Must be a big cavern somewhere. In fact, we know there is because I've just followed the damn thing. Almost there. Yeah, fantastic. Cobblestone, and then we can go cobble, cobble, cobble. Brilliant. So this run here, okay, what we need to go and do now is go and make some alloy wire, alright? And then we'll get these pistons working, and then once these are working, we'll probably call that an episode for today. I'm not going to build the paddies, they'll come next, and you'll start to see all this come together. That's not central. Oh, look what I've done. Look at it, look what I did. This is why I had some left over. These ones are flush. They're over the top, look. These ones are indented, these ones are flush. Ooh. That was a good spot, because if I'd gone and done all the micro blocking, I'd have been furious. Right, I'm going to fix this and get this right, and then I'll go make some alloy wire, and then when we come back, we'll make these pistons work from all the way over there. And I shall be right back. And welcome back, and I fixed this nonsense that I made over here, pushed that back by 1, and now everything looks beautiful and square inside. I did give way in the end, and I did take out the cobble and put tank back in here. Nobody's going to see it, but for some reason my brain was like, nope, must do it, must do it. So we have. So that's all done. The next thing to do then was just to run the wire through. So the wire runs around the top of all the pistons, okay, on the blocks above the pistons. That means that when I flip the switch, all of these blocks will become powered, powering all of these pistons, and every piston will raise and lower at the same time. The alloy cable comes this way, and down the hole, along our own little tunnel that we just built. And I could put this in the house if I wanted to. I mean, that's how far away I could do this if I wanted it. But here we go. There's a switch, and if you watch now over there, just where the pistons are, can you see them? Ready? Yeah. Yeah, so there we go. Up and open are closed, and as you can see the piston struts are there, the piston blocks have closed, and that gives us now an area in here where I can go and put some source block water, because that's where all this is going to be. And then we'll cover that in with some tank above, behind the pistons. So all I need really is some buckets. I've got some buckets over here, pumping in really, but we'll get some buckets through. And once I've got these, I'll show you. I did have some buckets. Aha. Can't hide from me. Let's go and just grab some of this water quickly. Blip. And blip. So what we're going to have, although I won't be able to open these because obviously it will flood everywhere, but if you could imagine, water will be there, and every single one of these needs to be a source block, if you can imagine. Yeah. So that, and just to demonstrate it, they already flow around obviously, but you can see all of that water will be held in that reservoir there. And let me just close up this hole there. All of those torches will go for a Burton, but you'll see what I mean anyway. I don't think the water will reach. Yeah, so water will flow out like that. Okay. And will flow down the sides, and we can close it up, cut it all off. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on. Why have you not turned off the water? Oh, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put these torches back, is the first thing I'm going to do, and then I will just fill up the source blocks and finish up this part here, and then we'll look at the roof, and then we're nearly done. So I shall be right back. And welcome back. So what I've done then, as I said, so in here now are all the source blocks behind our sluice bit here. I have put the roof on. These are just covers which are covering up the wires underneath, because if you remember, what we don't... Whoops, why am I using a pickaxe? What we don't want to do... Why are you taking so long to cut with an axe? Silly, you're just a block. Just a wooden block. There we go. So under here now we have a sort of false floor, which just allows us to hide, you know, the wiring. Because what I've thought about, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to use the open blocks, this thing here, the building guide, because I've never used it before to make a dome. That dome over there I actually hand designed and carved around it. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. But we could use the actual proper one now. And in order to do that, all I would need to do is build one of these jobbies with a torch and some glass. So let's go and do that really quickly, see if we can get the shape. We won't build it today because I'm not sure yet what material I want to really use on the roof. Have we got any glass in here? Oh, damn you. I was hoping to have glass. Ah, ha, ha! We've got glass. So let's just make up a little spot of this. Whoops, that one. Is it just all the way around? Well, it is. Well, I go to hell. Right. Brilliant. So we'll take all that back. Don't need that. Let's go and pop this in where we think it needs to go, and then try and work out how to do it. I might have to do a how-to with Suffolkblue type job on it, because I've never used this, so this is the first time for me too. I think that's the centre. Oh, it is. Well, because what I'm going to want, I need to put a block there. Whoa! Awesome! Okay, so that works. And then if I use a pickaxe on that for reasons that nobody can understand, and I need to make a gap at the bottom, I know that much, so I can reach the bottom one and the top one. So I now need, I know that this is 1, 2, so this is 4 by 4 by 4. So I believe if we do that, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then, oh, no, that's going up, we don't want that, we want this one. So 7, 5, 4. So that pulls it onto the top of the building? Oh no, it doesn't. That's by 4, but the other one needs, oh, by 3, look, it went too far. Hold on. So 4 by 8, 8 high by 4, so that does put it in the centre, but we need to bring the top down. How do you do that then? Is it underneath? 7, 6, 5. Do you want it a bit pointy? You can stand back and have a little look. Looks a bit odd, pointy. I'll be honest and say, looks a bit odd. So let's do 4 by 4 by 4. How does that look? Doesn't look too bad. I mean, I think it, as I say, I think it will definitely be a sort of statement piece. I mean, I could make it a bit wider so it overhangs, and then we can build some overhang here maybe. So let's go out by 1, 5, 4, 4, whoops, 2, 2, and then go up by 1. I meant smaller still. Well, actually, what does that look like? A flat dome. Awful. Oh no, oh no. 4, 5. Ah, it's not a dome though, it's a sphere. How do you get a dome? Cylinder, cuboid, dome. Same size? Yeah. So that's a bit bigger now. It looks a bit big, doesn't it? So can I make it small? Oh, that makes it bigger on the top. So we make it smaller to 4. 5 by 5 by 5 now. Oh, it tells you how many blocks you need, like 153. Isn't that clever? I don't know whether that's sitting very comfortably. I think I preferred it when it was 4 by 4. Oh, that's bigger. That's bigger. 4, 4, 4 blocks. 105 blocks then. I don't think that's going to look too bad, you know, folks. What the hell do I make it out of, though? I want it to stand out a little bit. I don't want to use red brick over on it, though. I wonder if I need to use darker wood, but not black wood. Maybe a fir wood again. Well, actually, maybe I should use a lighter wood. Perhaps I should go completely opposite and go and get something like sand, not sand, but like a sandy colour, like a mangrove. I don't know if I've got any mangrove wood. Let's just have a look, see what that looks like. So from here, that I don't think that's going to look too bad. I mean, if it does, we'll just take it apart. Won't use it. Let's have a look. What have we got in here? We don't really have any light woods. We might have to get some birch. Oh, that might be a bit too light. It's quite difficult to pick a good material. Something sprucey? A sprucey bonus, maybe? It's just plain old oak. Jungle would be a bit orange, maybe. Perhaps we do just have to do it with this. Let's eat something. Anywho, I think I'll have to go and have a little play and see what looks good. I mean, it might be that oak looks fine, actually, because at the end of the day, that's oak. Is this oak or fir? Fir. But I think oak might probably look alright. I mean, it shouldn't take very long to do, because you just got to follow the pattern, haven't you? That's all you have to do with that. That's really clever. That's one clever little thing. Just to show you then the water coming out again on all sides. Now all the source blocks are in, because it'll come out evenly. There we go. They flow down, and if you can imagine, we would have from in here, these areas would have sort of paddy fields, as I'm going to call them, like pads basically, 7 by 7 pads that get progressively lower to the ground, so the water will flow down, effectively harvesting all the crops and seeds all at the same time. And then obviously once we're done, we only have to do that really quickly because any amount of water will do that. Close that up, and then the water all vanishes away and would drain away. Now, what we'll need to do, I want to use planters in each of the pads. That's easy, haven't got a problem with that. And I can connect them up with pipes to automatically add seeds to them, so I haven't got a problem with that. That's easy peasy too. The only thing maybe, well, where do I want the ultimate grain to all go from here? Because on an annoyance, all my farming stuff is going to be over this side. Some actual like cows and sheep and pigs and stuff are going to be over here. So do I need to look at getting some way of getting all the corn? Maybe it is just a pipe from here across there, or into a granary. This whole area is, I mean, even this bit here is probably going to have to be dug out a little bit back. So we might lose our original base on this with this build. We might have to dig this out and get rid of this. Do you remember this original hidey hole, the very first one? All of that might need to go to make way for the farm. Quite sad, but that's just the way it goes. I think we're going to make this out of a different type of wood. I think we're going to use something like a jungle wood, something a bit orange, a bit red. But next time when we come back, we'll start looking and working on the pads and getting them laid out. One thing I am going to need to do, and I'm not sure whether I want to do this on camera or not, so you let me know if you want to see this, but I need to kill millions of zombies, and I mean lots of zombies, because I need brains, because in order to get fertilized dirt, which is the dirt I want to use, this stuff, I need brains. I need 4, and you need 4 and 4 just for 1. And if you think about it, I've got 7 times 7, so what's that, 49? So 3 49s, 6 49s, I've got 12 49s. What's 12 49s? Anyone? 400 odd? I don't know, ridiculous number. Anyway, that's the amount of dirt I'm going to need. So I think I'm going to have to do a lot of this off-camera work. But if you do want to see it, then do say something in the comments below, and I'll happily do a whole video of me going out hunting and talking and killing things, if you think that would be interesting, if that's something you want to see. So if you want to watch me go out and do some hunting, let us know at the bottom. But when we come back, definitely next time, we'll look at working on that dome. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Congratulations to the Digimaster for making 50 subscribers. If you haven't seen his videos, go and have a look. He did the ALS challenge, did a brilliant version with the tank and everything. Fantastic. Sun's setting, so I'm going to say goodnight to you all here and now. Good night, Hermione. Good night, Harvey. Good night, everyone else. And I will see you next time. That sounded like Kurt again. Why do I do that?